Hi, everybody. Hi, Gregory Freeman. How you doing? Lucky James Eller. How you doing? So I got mail call there from Tupac on Coin and Around, and it's an auction win. Uh, let's see. And then I also got to make a special announcement for Danielle Barnes. And
Danielle Barnes.
or Danielle?
Danielle.
Danielle Barnes, yeah. And I was on Bull Lion's channel today, and Bull Lion was talking about a good friend, uh, and then it was Danielle Barnes.
Danielle.
Okay, her dog.
Well, is it her dog or a friend's dog?
No.
It's Bull Lion's neighbor's dog.
Yeah. And the dog needs medical attention at the vet, and they're doing a GoFundMe to help out. I think they're trying to raise about $87 right now.
Yes.
I think it's 87 they're looking to raise to get the dog the help it needs. So hi Hunter, how you doing this evening? And I guess I'll start off with the mail call, right? So I'm going to see what's in here. I got this today. I haven't opened it yet. I did see Tupac on.
Hi, Daryl.
Hey, Daryl. How are you doing today? So I'm just doing the mail call right here. I'm just going to find out what it is. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day.
I know I am so far.
Yesterday, Cookin's daughter came over for a visit. We were going to have a live yesterday, but we ended up with some company and we couldn't really. I had some of my friends over too. So,
we had a house apartment full.
Hey, David, Air Force vet.
And Dwayne Norville.
Okay, I need to cut more tape.
Benefit of living with a crafter. There's always scissors or knives around.
Well, yeah. So I don't say anything bad to her. I don't want to get up with a knife back here. That's a joke. You wouldn't actually do that.
Not a knife.
No.
I use my toenail.
So yeah, I was on incognito metal detecting, and I saw Tupac was in there, and I mentioned to him that I got the mail today. Yeah, that's exactly what I figured it is here. Yeah, that's the coin here. Let me take it out of
because otherwise you get reflection.
You'll get all the reflection from it. I'm going to be very careful not to touch the silver itself, so I'm going to have fingerprints on it. Hold on a minute here. Yeah, that turned out cool. So this is the front of the coin. See if I can get a bit of a close-up. This was actually Gregory Freeman. That was close. I think it was like 50 put in 50, and I put in like 51, just like a millisecond. And there it is. Oh, that's upside down. There we go. That's the other side there. Oh, I get to see my reflection in the TV. I got the TV going right now too. So yeah, that's cool.
That's shiny.
Yeah, it also has some writing on the side, I think. Yeah, I don't think the computer would pick that up, but there's a bit of writing on the side.
Yeah, it's picking it up.
Yeah. Oh, it's just sterling on it? Okay. Isn't that cool? Yeah. I'm going to show it. Man, that is really cool. Beauty. So I'm going to put that away right now. I don't want to get no fingerprints or anything on that. That's
No lick marks?
no. This is from a set of 60 coins called the Genius of Michelangelo, and I think there was I think actually Gregory Freeman. I think you got one of the other ones too. I had no money. I was broke by that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there we go. I put that back away. So yeah, big news coming up this Wednesday on Coin and Around, and that's going to be the auctions with the artwork that I sent, uh, and that's with all the stuff that Cooking, Collecting, and Craft sent as well. And there will be a
Which
bunch of.
is 2 blankets and a purse I made.
Mhm. And then I got a silver chain that's going to be auctioned off. I'm not sure if you guys remember or if you've been in the Coin and Around when you've seen some of the things that were that I'd sent. It was supposed to go for Toys for Tots, right? But there was a mix up there. And anyways, it's going to be helping out the animal shelters. And I think I'm not 100%, but I think William and Tupac are going to split the amount that's raised. And then half of that's going to help out the animal shelters for Williams area in San Diego. And then the other half is going to help out the animal shelters where Tupac is. That's what I think they're going to do. I'm not 100% on
I
that.
think one of the organizations actually helps uh, the homeless that have pets with
Yeah.
getting food and stuff like that.
Yeah. Thanks so much there. Yeah, it's going to help out the animals, the animal shelters. For me and Cooking, Collecting, and Crafts, it's just seemed like the natural way to go because we are our parrots and we got our 2 cats and I'm like a Dr. Doolittle here with all the animals I got. So it just seemed like the best, uh, the most charitable idea to come up with at the time. And even Tupac sent us, let's see, he sent us $50, and I even raised a bit of money on top of that. I think it was a little over $80 that we ended up spending at our Dollarama store up here. And
Yeah, I know how to stretch $1, so I stretched as far as I could to
yeah,
get
we
as
got
much
a
as I
big,
could.
big bag of dog food and a huge bag of cat food and cat treats and puppy pads and all that kind of stuff. So,
Which they appreciate because the
yeah.
puppy pets they use those in the kennels that they have the little kittens in and the animals that can't be out and loose because they had surgery recently.
Mm-hmm.
They use those in the kennels so that it's easier to clean up for the animals and keep them clean.
Okay, so I am right, eh? Dwayne Norville. He said it's going to be a split up for shelters and help homeless with pets feed the pet. Okay, great. That's awesome. I should put the volume on the TV down. I'm getting the feedback from the TV. I'm going to be right back. I'm just going to put the volume down and I'll be right back.
Or you could turn it off,
Or I could just turn it off,
which is easier.
which is probably easier.
Because I'm getting a reflection in my glasses pretty bad.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, like the one of the main things that I'd like to address is to help out a friend of Bull Lion, and her name's
Danielle Barnes.
Danielle Barnes, and it's for her dog, raising a bit of money to help her dog go to the vet. And I think Bull Lion mentioned it's 87 because they're trying to do a GoFundMe to help
Well,
her out.
it's $87 more that they're trying to raise.
David, Air Force vet. I was supposed to get it all done today, and I didn't. The only thing I have to do is to finish up the back part of the motorcycle, and just do a bit of touch ups. But I want it to be a perfect. Thanks so much, Dwayne Norville. I'm looking forward to Wednesday too. And, it's if it turns out to be really successful, this might be a possibility of Tupac having this maybe every year or maybe on a Valentine's Day doing something like that. And yeah, that would be great. I mean, it's possible if it's successful enough and they raise enough money, they might have this every year. You never know. Because I mean, the other auction is I didn't turn off the TV, did I?
No, you didn't.
Okay, where did that remote go?
You left it over there.
Oh,
Come on, say it. Over. Say where.
where? I thought I had turned it off.
Oh, it was funny. Yesterday, I told my daughter, "Oh, you." She was looking for something. I said, "Oh, it's under there," and she said, "Underwear." And I went, "Yeah." And they just say underwear. She didn't think it was so funny. She went, "Mom, you got the humor of a 12-year-old." I thought it was more of a humor of a 16-year-old, but I don't mind having the humor of a 12-year-old.
Yeah, it was difficult, David Air Force Vet, because I'm working with the black and white, and I just try to make it as perfect to the photograph as possible, and then with the background, with my pencil, I kind of almost like hmm, what's that style of art? Impressionism, I guess. That's just the way I kind of make the background kind of look so it shows you distance. I got the lake in the background too. Yeah, I think that'd be awesome too. They're Dwayne Norville. If they could do it every year, it's up to them. But no, it wasn't easy, David Air Force Vet. It took a lot just to get everything matched up for the face, and the motorcycle's got a lot of detail in that too. And I can, it's tough to match everything up perfectly, but I try to do the best I can, and I just hope, David Air Force Vet, when you see it when it's completely done, think, I think that you're gonna love it. What do you think they're cooking? She's seen it. Nobody else has seen it, but
I'd say it's turning out really nice.
mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I wish I was like an AI robot and everything was perfection and distance and all that. Uh, I guess like for me, I've always been really good at cartoons, creating my own cartoons, caricatures of people like the big face, small body. But I mean, when you draw in the human face, where the eyes have to be in proportion and the nose and everything, and it takes a bit of work to make it. I remember like the first time I did a drawing of Marlon Monroe for Tammy Richards.
Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn. Oh, I can't seem to be saying anything right today. Marilyn Monroe. Oh, the first time I did a drawing of Marilyn Monroe, it did not turn out great because the proportion distance of the eyes to the bridge of the nose.
Well, the human face is the hardest thing to draw.
It is. Yeah, it is. You could be really good at drawing anything else, but when it comes to drawing the human face and like everything is in perfect proportion, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, there was an art teacher I knew that she expected hands to always look perfect.
Yeah.
But if you look at your hand is never perfect. Like I got fingers that are kind of twisted because, well, I broke my fingers when I was little.
Yeah, it's funny when when I'm trying to draw a realism of the face. So I'll start on one side of the eye, part of the nose, and I try to match everything up. And it's difficult, but
That's why I like Picasso's drawings.
yeah, Picasso.
He didn't give a shit if the nose was where the ear should be.
Well, thanks so much, Dwayne. I guess probably one of my like I'm my worst critic as an artist. I am my own worst critic.
Yep.
I'll see something and then I'll be like, and I kind of put my,
Drives me crazy.
and then other people look at it and they're like, holy crap, that's good work. I mean, but I just don't seem to. Sometimes I actually surprise myself too, and I come up with some really good stuff and good techniques. And then other times I will be like, I don't know if it's good enough, and then everybody else just loves it. So hands are difficult to draw.
Now it has to be a wild Lucky James.
Yeah, I still got to finish up. There's, I mean, Gregory Freeman's been waiting, it seems like 4 months or forever. And I have to, before I can take any requests right now, I got to.
Or as my daughter would put it, oh my God, like you're taking like forever.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm still working on Scott Richards' drawing too. That Tammy Rich, Searching Silver, she claimed for her husband, and she wants me to do a drawing of Marlon Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe.
I just said it right, and I screwed up. And
Yep.
like James Dean, Elvis, or whatever. It's like, damn, I really kind of set the bar high, and I kind of pushed myself, but. I got to catch up on a bunch of drawing and get it all done before the end of this month. It's the 12th of February now, but David Air Force Vet. Oh, sorry. I mean, the Lucky James Eller. Like, once I catch up on everything, then I can start with requests. I was supposed to do a drawing for Ghost Nancy T, but we haven't got an email yet from her. And I remember Bull Lion wanted me to do a drawing of the dog there that's going to the vet.
Chica.
Chica. Yeah, Chica.
Actually, I could probably draw Chica.
Hey, Cat Girl. Cat Girl is our.
He's my daughter.
I'm the stepfather. But I'm a step above your ex anyway.
Oh, you know that you go, oh my God, you're taking forever. Or that a walk as slow as grandma.
The Lucky James Eller. I mean, when I get some time, I'll. It won't be that late. He's just going to be near the beginning of summer. See how things go. Once I catch up on everything at the end of this month, like I told Gregory Freeman, and he wants to pay me for the shipping, and I'll say again, no. The least I'll do is pay the shipping for Gregory Freeman.
Hi, William
Get
E.
that sent out. Hi, William E.
Oh, Cat Girl, by the way, did you talk to your uncle about helping you sew in the pocket in your jacket?
Good evening, Trevor, the Detector Varity channel. And William E., how are you doing this evening? It's 10:18 right now, so we got people all over the globe. So it's probably late evening, or some people would be like the new day, I guess.
Well, for Cat Girl, it's 10:18.
Well, yeah.
And San Francisco area, probably looking more at like about 8.
I guess. Oh, I'd be honored to do that, the Lucky James Eller. He says it's a tribute piece. It's a memory of two people that passed away. I'd be honored. Yeah, I'd be honored to do that.
By the way, cat girl,
Yeah.
I'm working on the base of the quiver for your arrows.
One of these days, I got to start doing some abstract painting. I got canvases, I got acrylics. I keep saying I want to do
You
it.
got your
I
that thing that you put on your hand and you put your paint on it.
Oh, are you? Yeah. Well, you mean you're talking about my background with all the banknotes? Or are you talking about the videos I've done on my currency album? Because I'll tell you a funny story about the logo I have that has like the $20 Canadian bill and all the $10 purple bills around it. If everybody's got a moment, I'll tell you a funny story about it, and she'll agree it is funny.
Mm-hmm. Well, tell us.
Oh, yeah, I can still tell. All right, so we're in an apartment building, and we have there's a lot of sketchy people here, or there's people that have like serious
Questionable motives for visiting.
Right. We're in a low income housing, so we have. Well, I mean, there's a lot of nice people here too, but there are people that have issues that can be avoided. So anyway, I had my wallet, and I think it was at the time I had like $115. I didn't even remember, but you know how you get that little voice in you says, "Yeah, you shouldn't bring your wallet over to such and such a place. There, you just don't want to tempt anyone to." So that little voice in my head says, "Don't bring your wallet over to this person's place." So I listened. Mind you, I was drinking and I was high, and I probably didn't remember, and actually I didn't. So I have this antique style radio, and the back of it's like a jukebox style, right? So you pull this jukebox style out. I used to have like a stash area behind the tubes. So I took my wallet and I stashed it in behind the tubes of this antique style radio. And then I went over to this one person I knew, to her place. And the next day, I couldn't find my wallet. I couldn't remember that I stashed it in my own apartment. For years, I couldn't find my wallet. So we used to have paper money. And then we had the plastic polymer notes. I think they came out in 2012. So I was probably like maybe 5 or 7 years. It was behind there. And then, so then one day I was tidying up, and then I was doing some dusting, and a friend of ours was over giving us a hand to tidy up around. And they pulled back this antique jukebox style, like the radio. It's just
the floor model.
Yeah. And then she's like, "What's your wallet doing stashed here?" And I'm like, "No way." So there was my wallet, all my ID and everything. And so I took that money and I took a picture of it, and I thought that'd be a great logo. When I was before I was cartoons and collecting, I was currency collector. So I had that as my logo. I haven't changed it and forever. I've always had it. But yeah, that's a story on the money in the wallet situation. So yeah. You're right, David, Air Force vet. Always listen to that little voice, and that little voice was right. But I didn't remember stashing my wallet in my apartment or hiding it like that. So for years, I had no idea where it was. No idea. Got all new ID, and then life goes on, and then all of a sudden the paper money became polymer notes. I still got the $20 bill that's in that logo. I still have that in my currency album today. And it's yeah, that little voice, when it tells you, it's usually a good voice to listen to, and it's always good to have something like that intuition that tells you, yeah, don't bring your wallet over. It's just not a good idea. So that's my story. Cookin, you're gonna say something now. I don't know what to say.
I'm trying to keep from laughing my head off.
I'm waiting for some laughing in the chat. There's no laughs.
Well, we've all had that little voice say, "Hey, don't do it, don't do it," and you do it.
Okay, so the Lucky James Elder says it's a water lily and a finder. Oh, a Finder Stratocaster
A
with
Fender Stratocaster.
Fender. Yeah, I did suspect that she stole my wallet at William A. to put it at that, and she would have stole it had I brought it. So
Yeah, she pilfers things.
yeah, she's a klepto. If my wallet was lying around, it'd be gone.
Hey, she tried to steal your jewelry.
Yeah, it is a fun.
It's that spot that you say, okay, I'm going to put it here so I don't lose it.
Yeah, but I didn't remember where I put it.
Yeah, everybody has that. I'll put it here so I don't lose it spot.
Behind the
but we forget, we lose it in our mind where that spot is.
Well, behind the tubes there was a little. It was like a little kitty corner in there or whatever, and I couldn't see it. Even when I pulled it out and I did a bit of dusting, I obviously didn't dust it that well because I didn't see it back there. And it wasn't a little wallet; it was like a pretty thick wallet full of cash. So
cash and cards.
Yeah.
Hey, was your Blockbuster card in that same wallet?
Actually, yeah, I had my Blockbuster video card in there too. I didn't lose it. Yeah, I misplaced it, but it's just, I mean, why would I stash it somewhere in my own apartment where I couldn't find it? And I was like,
it's that I'll put it here so I don't lose it spot.
Yeah.
Everybody has one of those. Okay, I'll put it here so I don't lose it. And we forget where that spot is.
Well, I think everybody in the chat has like had their cell phone in there. They know it's there. Actually, she's had to call me at my cell a number of times when I know my phone's here, but I can't find the darn thing. I'll forget it in my coat pocket, and then I hear it in the.
Or it's sitting right beside him.
Or it's sitting right beside me. Yeah. Well, yeah. If it was in Dallas, yeah, it'd be long gone. Oh, it's a one bedroom apartment. So, like we're hoping to get a 2-bedroom down the road. We've applied for 2-bedroom so that our daughter could move in with us. So that's the hope down the road. It's a waiting list. So who's to know how long it's going to be? It could be a year. It could be 6 months.
Actually, it's a 2 to 5 year wait.
Oh, okay. It's a 2 to 5 year wait.
Yeah, they got to house all the people that are coming into the country.
Mm-hmm.
They got to house them first before housing the people that live in our country already. Oh, she's doing good. She's cat girl. She went and said something a little while ago, actually.
She was like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, with the acronym.
Yeah, I keep telling her we're not family friendly. She could say what the fuck if she wants to say what.
Well, we're not family friendly, but we're about as family friendly as maple syrup, I guess. I mean,
yeah, you wouldn't give maple syrup to a little kid unless you're ready with the energy to keep up to that kid.
But yeah, Hunter, she came over and spent the night here, and she's staying at grandma's right now until we can get
a second bedroom.
A second bedroom, yeah. That's her main concern right
now.
Yeah,
she just does little sleepovers now and then. And...
yeah, we're in the process of getting like a futon that can pull out the bed. That'd be nice. We have a lot of junk here we need to just get rid of, and we need to simplify.
It's not junk, it's just clutter.
You say she's into crafts, I'm into drawing, and I got like a gazillion pencils. I got an electric pencil sharpener. I got a
battery operated.
Battery
pencil.
okay, yeah. And then I
And
got
I have the manual pencil sharpeners.
oh yeah, maple syrup on blueberry pancakes. That's the best. David Air Force vet.
And know what's even better? Maple syrup poured over raspberries and chocolate chip waffles.
Yeah, that sounds good. Bacon too. Can't go wrong with bacon.
Ooh,
You could put
chocolate
ben-
chocolate chip waffles with bacon and maple syrup.
or even the blueberry pancakes with maple syrup and some bacon on the side of it or something.
Blueberries and bacon don't go together so good.
No?
No. You have bacon and blueberries, you'll be
Mhm.
able to shit through the eye of a needle.
Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to Wednesday, and I'm really looking forward to the auction to help out the fur babies. So that's going to be on Valentine's Day, and
Exactly.
yeah.
Decluttering is the worst thing for a hoarder. Because they don't know what to get rid of. They want to keep everything.
Oh shit! I got like 7, 8 Harley Davidson jackets, and I don't really need. I don't need 8.
7 or 8. We don't have a hall closet because of all your leather coats.
Yeah.
We don't have a bedroom closet because of all your other coats.
Mhm. Yeah, I donated a lot. I still got to donate more. I keep finding more.
You see,
I
on
keep
this
finding
side
more.
of me, over my shoulder, hanging on that doorknob is my coat.
Yeah.
My coat can't even be hung in the closet because of his coat.
There's room in the storage unit to put your
My coat shouldn't be in the storage unit. They should be in the coat closet. Like everybody else's coats should be able to be hung up.
I agree. It's gonna be Valentine's Day on Wednesday cooking, so don't worry.
Oh, don't worry. I already got your Valentine's Day gift planned.
Rose petals are expensive.
Who said anything about rose petals?
Oh, okay. What was your? Oh yeah, you can't tell me. She can't tell me. But I got something planned too.
David Air Force vet, I know what you're talking about. Well, me and my mom, we like buying craft supplies because both me and my mom are crafters. And my brother does a little bit of crafting too. So you got me, my brother, my mom are all crafters. We're trying to get my daughter into the crafting too. Well, when you get a house full of crafters, they're buying supplies to do their crafts. It kind of adds up really, really, really quickly. We pretty much have a miniature Michael's craft store in my mom's house.
Plus, her mom has how many sewing machines right now, or does she get rid of some?
She still has her sewing machines.
Hmm.
I know there's 2 in their new sewing room, and one of them's brand new. And then I think there's still some in her craft storage room. Now, her craft storage room is separate from her other storage room.
Hmm.
Plus, there's a garden shed full of garden storage, and then
Yeah.
there's the other shed in their backyard that's full of things for doing vehicle repairs and stuff.
Hmm.
So you got another shed there of storage.
See, like an option I have too is like I could.
My mom has, I think, 1 or 2 treadle. She's got 1 treadle, but one of the treadle machines is in the desk.
Yeah.
Plus, she's got one that's electric, one almost like that, but it's not a treadle, and it's in the desk too. And then there's all those ones that you just put on top of your table, and then the small handheld sewing machine.
Yeah. I need to find ways
I
of
think that's
getting rid of a lot of stuff I have.
I think she has a total of 9.
But Sir Benji, he sells a lot of his stuff on eBay. I have a really good. I bought a lot, obviously, on eBay. That's how a lot of the stuff, the currency for my currency album, and um, so maybe I could sell on eBay would be an option. It's just that if it's going to be coats and all that, the shipping is going to be really expensive. Like this coin,
That's why you use Facebook
yeah, but
Marketplace.
this coin that I won in the auction, it costs two-pack $17 American just to send it to me. Just this coin, which is insanity. When he told me that, I was like, wow, I couldn't believe it.
That's why the heavy stuff like coats, you sell it on Facebook Marketplace.
So yeah, David Air Force Vet, I got a lot of actually over at her mom's. I have all my milk bottle collection and all the bottles from going through dumpster dives and all that, like old dumpsters, whatever, back when I was in my early teens. And this was like I like the embossed bottles with the old phone number. They had the old 3-digit phone number.
Yeah, but the Avon bottles are like the clone bottles.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen my pink girl bottle I
No, I
had.
don't think so.
Did you see the lighthouse one or the racing car one we had at my mom's place?
Yes, I remember that one.
Yeah. Well, those are all Avon bottles
Yeah, they're quite expensive too.
and collectible.
Yeah.
I know because that's why we
Holy
had them.
crap, David Air Force Vet. The 2 rings that weighed 3 ounces was over $30 US. That's insanity. Yeah, see, like when I started sending out drawings from duck races back in the day, the drawings I was sending out were 11 by 14, and I didn't mind at all sending it then. And then the prices went up and up and up here for Canada Post.
Yes, so now we make the packages as light as possible.
Yeah, I mean, when I sent out the drawing I did for Doug Harding, that was the Marvin the Martian drawing I did for him. I wanted to put the like a backing on it so no one would fold it or anything, but I didn't. But it still got to him fine. It was all bubble wrapped inside of it, and that was it. I just put it in there with the coins and hope for the best. And I also wrote on the side, "Do not bend or fold." But just the cost of the material to prevent anyone from bending or folding is expensive. I would buy sheets of foam board from the dollar store here, and I would cut it to match up to the size of the 11 by 14 drawings.
Yeah, it made the package bigger, which meant they could charge more.
Oh, thanks, William. Yeah, I got like my lazy boy, and she's got the rocking chair. Oh, just relax.
I was relaxed. I had a perfect position. I was sitting in the
I mean,
position.
that is a good idea, David Air Force Vet. I have thought about using the tubes as well. That's probably what I'm going to do.
The only thing we could do is go to Staples to pick those up. That's the only place they're available.
Yeah, like when I buy the big envelopes for the 11 by 14 drawings that I do, the Canada Post envelopes are, what are they now? They're like $3. Oh no, wait, they're the
No, 6.
No, they're $3.99 now. $4.
No, I checked the price yesterday. Not yesterday, day before when me and my daughter
Are you
went over
telling?
there.
Okay, those big envelopes that the drawings go in are how much?
They're 6 now.
Oh, yay!
So we'll keep getting those envelopes from the dollar store.
Yeah. As for sending tubes, I'm not sure.
We'd have to look at the price because When I checked, well, their box they consider it 2 box. It's uh, well, when I checked it the other day, it was only about 4 something for one of those tubes. That's to buy the box
Yeah.
itself. That's not mailing it out.
Yeah, and speaking about that, is all the stuff that we sent to the corner around for their auction on Valentine's Day. I mean, it's going to be a lot of money that Tupac's going to have to pay for shipping too. I mean,
Especially on them blankets I made.
oh, yeah, and that's the thing. I think we might consider
You did send money to help on the shipping costs.
we sent 30.
And we're also on an income too.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
I
small
wish we
income.
were rich.
If we were rich, we'd probably be snobs.
No, if we were rich, we'd probably be, I don't know, it'd be a lot more prizes on the duck races. That's for sure. Everybody gets a prize. I'd be like, go on corner around and say, no, there's how many ducks in a race? 178. Okay, all 178 win a prize. If I could do that, I would. But the number of zeros and no numbers in front of it are the reason why I can't. Because I'm after the price of groceries are, I'm sure they're expensive everywhere. It's really expensive. Their carbon tax bullshit by the government and the cost of everything going up. After we pay our bills and then get our groceries there, it's not much. Not much after that. Yeah, I mean, who's to say though? I mean, there might be somebody that may win an auction that could be from Japan or from Australia or who knows?
From Canada.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll just live it one day at a time, David Air Force vet. It's this month it's been pretty kind to both of us. Our freezer's filled right now, our fridge is good, our bills are paid off,
Our animals got enough food.
and the animals, yeah. Our grocery list consists the very first thing on our grocery list is pet food. So if we need to get cat litter, because our cats, it's like I didn't think a new hobby would be cleaning out the catter lid box, but it's got to be cleaned out. And then I think once every 2 to 3 weeks, I got to clean out the full bird cage, and that's a big, massive bird cage with Chester and Jasmine and everything. So, but we work together, like we work as a team with chores we need to get done, and it usually works out good. There's always something to do. It's never ending. I don't need a gym because this apartment's a gym, right? And I just
He's Jungle Jim. But I got a chance to say it.
The Numis Maniac. I said it right. How are you doing this evening? That was great talking to you last time, by the way. That was a fun chat we had. I hope you're having a fantastic day yourself, too. Actually, I'm hoping everybody's having a fantastic day.
See, I got a caffeine fueled good mood right now.
Over 49% of Americans have less than $500 in savings.
I could see that.
I would say that's going to be going up even higher.
They're either taxing us to death or saying, "Oh, you need to have this. You need this. You need this. You need this now because that's out of date."
Yeah, William E. The auction's going to consist of 10 coloring books. All the drawings, the original drawings, I sent there. Let's see. You might see some of them on my YouTube channel. That's the one with. Let me see. I did one with an eagle head, and then there's the representing the United States, and behind it was the maple leaf. There was that one. United for Toys for Tots, and there was a bunch of other ones I did. There's I think there's close to 40, if not 50 drawings altogether. I lost count. This was the most artwork I ever sent for a charity in my life. You know.
Yeah, and I made 2 good sized lap blankets. Plus, I made a crocheted. Well, it's not really a purse; it's more of a handbag because it's got short handles, but it's a zipper one, and the base is really solid.
Mm.
And that's a nice bright color, so no woman could lose her purse with how bright that purse is.
Yeah, the numismaniac. I'm pretty much the same way. The middle of the month. What do? You know, long as you got all your bases covered up, you know, your bills, your groceries, your rent, all the things you kind of need to do, and then. But it's a month by month. You know, we try to. The best thing we ever got was our deep freezer in the bedroom. So if we get a good deal on fish or meat, you know, we buy as much as we can. And January turned out to be a good month. You know, it wasn't a hard month at all. February's turning out to be another fairly good month right now. It's money I need to put aside for shipping is my big problem. Like I had put $70 aside, but then when I bought this coin for 51, it kind of dipped into my shipping fund. So, oops. I don't regret the coin. I just wish I had more money on me for shipping. Oh, autocorrect says the numismaniac.
Yeah, and put strap instead of strip.
Yeah,
I hate that autocorrect.
me too. Me too. Yeah, and that's the other thing, the numismaniac. It's crazy because like there was a drawing I sent to Dennis Jameson, and he's in Vancouver. That costs more from Sudbury, Ontario, Canada, to ship it from here to Vancouver, which is like another province, than from here to anywhere in California. Figure that out. Why is it more expensive to ship an item from one province and especially to Vancouver than it is to send to the States? I could never figure that out.
Across the whole country of states.
Yeah, that's nuts. Well, like see the same drawing in the same weight, let's just estimate it around $18 to $19. That same drawing to Vancouver was around 25. Never could understand why that is.
Yeah, to send a pair of earrings from here to Nova Scotia
Yeah.
costs let's see, twice what it costs to send earrings down to Florida.
Yeah.
Same size package, same weight, everything. It costs twice the amount to send in Nova Scotia here in Canada than it did to send the same size package down to Florida.
And the thing is, too, the larger the parcels are, the
The
less
cheaper it gets.
The cheaper it is. The smaller the package, and like maybe it's weight too. It's got to be weight. I mean, they weigh everything. But
Their pricing does not ever make any sense.
that's a good idea. The numismaniacs is he's going to be holding off on getting any U.S. items for a while until he visits the States again. When he's in Las Vegas or Reno, I gotta grab a tissue. I got allergies. Okay, I'm good.
Are you sure?
I can't know the tissue's out. There was no more tissues. Your daughter used them.
Oh, okay. Do you need me to get you some more snot rights?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a sneezing fit once in a while. It's probably just because of I could be allergic to the cats, for all I know.
No, it's because I got a dust again.
Yeah. The TV's fine though.
Well, yeah, because I just cleaned it a couple days ago. I have to dust in here almost every day. Dust
So-
from another section and the next section.
In
And
the
then-
description on my channel, anybody that's coming in here, if you want to help out a friend of the next door neighbor of Bull Lion, and that's how do you pronounce again?
Danielle Barnes.
Danielle Barnes. So Danielle Barnes, her dog needs to go to the vet, and they're looking to do it like a GoFundMe for $87 to help out. So if you get a chance to go on YouTube to check out her channel and to see the cute little puppy that needs help,
Dang it.
that would be great.
What happened to all of our Kleenex boxes?
I don't know. The alien stole her Kleenex.
No, you buried it in the Costco in our bedroom.
Mm.
Yep. Sure enough, there it is.
Well, I almost sneezed, but I didn't.
Well, try not to get any boogers on the screen.
Yeah, in a bit, we'll see if we can get anybody up on the panel. And if anybody wants to join the panel, you're more than welcome. I had a great conversation the last time with the numismaniac. He's a funny guy, and he's got the best stories in the world. I was laughing my butt off the last time he joined the panel. And yeah, anybody's welcome again to join the panel as well.
Here.
Oh, thank
Box of snot rags.
you. Yay. Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Because I ran out of the box, my box of Kleenex.
All right, I'm good.
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Now, let's see. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. We got the mail call there that I got from Tupac, and then that was from the auction I won. And the shout out there to help out that dog. That would be in the item description. And
The East Coast is beautiful.
I've never been to Nova Scotia or New Brunswick. And there's so many, like I've been to Vancouver once. That doesn't really count. I was in Vancouver for about a week. Did you want to put what do I write into the chat bar there for a link if anybody wants to join the panel? They're more than welcome to. Or do I got to type in that long string there thing again?
Just wait. I'll get your phone and I'll type it in.
Okay, doke. Thank you, dear.
Here, put my chips over there.
Okay.
Because I can't do the typing and eating at the same time.
Yeah, I'm looking to get a coin album for all those silver coins I showed in my my channel. Like it weighs like 20 pounds. And some of the pages are ripping out of it, the plastic that's holding the coins in. So one day I'll find something. I'm in no rush right now. They're well protected, put away. But it's hard to say. I mean, the way this crazy planet's going and the way they're talking about the cashless banks and all that nonsense, that's the way they want to do things. But I think I'm old fashioned. I prefer physical currency. Or
When's the last time you held actual currency when you're shopping? Seriously.
not usually.
You know, if we wanted to live on our budget better,
Yeah.
we get out the money that we need. And if we don't have enough for what we're buying, then we got to start putting stuff back.
We've done that before.
Yeah, and you've seen how good it worked.
Yeah, because then we're not going over.
Yeah.
Because I got to keep some money in my account to cover other expenses, so I don't want to go over. And it doesn't take much to spend $300 in Walmart these days.
Nope, it don't.
No. Everyone that lives in Canada is fed up of the nonsense. And that's as far as I'll go with that.
What nonsense?
What nonsense? Oh, our Canadian political jargon stuff. That's it. Because I'm trying to keep it family friendly.
Oh, stop being family friendly around the beginning of the stream.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. The Nimbus Maniacs is if you're able to go back 40 years, what you used to be able to buy for $10, it costs you $100. $100 is.
I would just like to go back 20 years.
Yeah. If we only had a time machine.
If we could turn back.
See, I knew
time.
she was going to say that song.
If I could find a way. Hey, I'm only going to sing a little snippet of it. That way I don't get in trouble for copyright rules with StreamYard and YouTube.
But if you sing a song that somebody else is that's copyright, I guess. I don't know anymore. YouTube is weird too. It's like Holly Weird and all the bullshit. I don't have to say much when everybody knows what I'm already saying.
Yep.
Right. States is the same stuff where, we're both hoping we have leaders again.
You mean leaders that make sense?
Not likely going to happen, but
Hey, one could wish.
yeah. You heard someone say the lieutenant commander gets like 5,200 a month. That sounds about right. Our son that's in the Canadian military, he's 18 and he's making $2,000. Is that every week or 2 weeks?
I'm not sure. I just know he makes more than we do in a month.
Oh, there's no comparison. Well, there you go. If everybody wants to check on the link, if you want to join the panel, you're more than welcome. And we just put that in the chat right now. I'm tired as well, William, with all the bullshit in the world going on right now. Walls are to prevent all the bullshit that's been going on. It's simple. Walls work. Yeah.
There you go. Your phone's fully charged too.
Yay. You won't have to call me now because it's right here.
Yeah.
How many times I've misplaced my phone in my own
Now can I
apartment?
bite the chips again?
Okay, here's your bag of chips back.
Thank you.
And that Indian motorcycle that I'm drawing it, that is a lot of detail. Holy crap. So I got the front part of it done. It's just the back I need to do. And then I want to just go over it a little bit again. Try to make it look good. But I can't do any sneak peeks until it's done, and then I'll show the drawing then.
You could show the drawing I did for.
Yeah, I know. Well, you mean what's going on in the UK with the farmers right now, with the farmer protests? I know. Yeah, David Air Force Fed. That bike. What a beauty. That thing had all the bells and whistles on that bike. So, from what I could see in that picture, that bike's a beauty.
You could show the picture that Scott Richards won from me.
Oh, I could do that. Where did you put that one, dear?
It's up there near the other ones.
This one?
Yep. You can show it.
Oh, okay. There's the picture that Cooking did there for Scott Richards. See if I could bring it over this way. There you go. I wish I had time today to get the other drawing done, but I didn't. Oh.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like it's ridiculous. Cost of living's gone up.
Mm-hmm.
Cost of houses have gone up. Rent has gone up. Thank you.
Yeah, everything's gone up in price. I imagine the States is still dealing with, I imagine their groceries are getting more and more expensive in the States as well. Like we know here in Canada, and the numismaniac knows about the crazy price of groceries, but I imagine that there must be an effect on the price of groceries in the United States as well. So I'm sure they see the prices going up on everything there down there too.
Well, I feel sorry for single parents
Yeah.
because, like, for a 3-bedroom townhouse 7 years ago, for me and my 2 kids, it cost me $650 for a 2-bedroom townhouse, and that was with a
You'd
yard.
never get that now. You would never get that now.
My yard would just barely fit a car in it.
Yeah. So like we're living in under Sudbury housing, so we're on geared income, but for a small 1 bedroom here, it would be probably like 1,200 a month, roughly. And it's crazy. Even like 2 bedrooms are going over $2,000. So like when I was growing up in my 20s and my 30s, it was the price of rent I would never conceive it becoming that expensive now. And I imagine.
Yeah, but you were also a bachelor. You only needed 1 bedroom.
Yeah, true.
Or you could have gone even with a studio apartment.
I could have done that too. Yeah, I first moved out when I was 18 years old. My God, I'm old. I think about all the years. Yeah, I was 18. I first moved, but I didn't move into. Or did I move an apartment? Yes, I did. I moved an apartment, and then I moved into a house, sharing a house kind of thing. And I wasn't there too long, and then I found another apartment. But holy crap! This is rent in our area. 2 bedroom is almost $3,000. That's insanity. 2 bedroom, almost $3,000.
Yeah, well, mac and cheese also used to only be 25 cents a box.
Now it's $1 for one.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky.
Sometimes it's $1.25 if you go to the wrong store.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wish that like for the cost of shipping and all that, I wish they would tone it down and it's just it gets to be so expensive. It kind of ruins like who wants to ship something out when it's going to cost you an arm and a leg just to ship something out?
Yeah, and you can't exactly email a box of cookies to someone.
No, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, the care packages now are. It's so expensive to send a care package to someone.
That's one thing I want to do. William from Conan Around, he doesn't get a chance to try out all the different types of chips we got up here, and I've been wanting to probably maybe the end of February. We're not sure, but I want to send out a bunch of like chocolate bars, chips that he doesn't get down there in San Diego. That's one thing we want to do.
Newsmatics, Maniac, I used to go to the McDonald's with with my little dog in the vehicle,
Mm.
and I would stop at McDonald's on the way home, and I would pick up a whole bunch of the McDonald's burgers with just ketchup on them for
Mm.
a. I would spend $1 a burger, and I'd get her a whole bunch of burgers, and it would be what they were getting
Wow,
rid of.
that's crazy,
They give
William.
me this bag of burgers that just hit the time where they were no longer able to be sold. They would give them to me because I told them they're just from my dog. So they would go and make them up with just the ketchup on them
Yeah.
and package them up, and I'd have a whole package of burgers for her. Now, the dog I had before her, she used to growl at the McDonald's burgers.
Mm.
Kind of made me wonder what was with those burgers that the dog would growl at them.
Yeah, we have a friend of ours. His name's Jacob. The videos that I've showed with the puppy that comes over to visit here once in a while. Uh, he works at a grocery store, but he doesn't really know the value of money. So he's working at a grocery store, right? And he's got a puppy. And he goes and he spends 15 to 20 bucks for a small bag of food at a pet store. And I said, Jacob, you work in a grocery store. They sell dog food in a grocery store. I mean,
And
how
it's
much?
the cheapest grocery store around here.
I know. And then he buys another bag at Independent where it's even more expensive. And I just, it's like the saying is, right? You can lead a horse to the water, but if
But
the
you
horse,
can't make it drink.
yeah, I don't know. He's 29 and he's got growing up to do. We all do, I guess. But he needs to understand who his friends are because he's hanging out with people that are just taking advantage of him for his video games, and he's got a PS5. I'm not a big gamer myself, but I know he's too trusting, I guess, and you got to be really careful of who you trust and who you tell. And I mean, it's just simple knowledge that we all have. It's just some people, they just aren't aware, right?
You know what? You're talking like a dad who's frustrated with their teenage son that's
Yeah.
doing stupid shit.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I do. That's funny.
You just realize you're starting to sound like your dad?
Yeah, I'm starting to sound like my dad. All these gray hairs, all these little ones I got, they got to count for something.
They're not called gray hairs. They're called wisdom hairs.
Oh, you'd send William prairie oysters. Oh, nice. What's it called?
He would like to send them prairie oysters.
Oh, you'd like to,
pemmican,
yeah,
and bannock and other things like that.
yeah.
Oh yeah, especially bannock.
What gray hair? There's at least a couple here.
Yeah, most of his gray hair is down
But
here.
I'm not plucking
and
them.
up in here.
Yeah, if I pluck them, then there could be 10 coming back in. I'm very rare little ones. But I shouldn't really complain. One day my whole head of hair is going to turn white.
Mm-hmm. I have a habit of doing that to guys. I turn them gray.
The Numus Maniac says, oh, good grief. I have socks older than you.
No, I'm pretty sure he's got socks that are very close to his age.
And he has to look for colored hair. That was funny. When I was in my teenage years, I figured I'd get. And I only dyed my hair once. So
Hi, Becky Joe.
hi, Becky Joe. One time I decided to do the what was it was all like blonde, like whitish blonde, and it was all no. Because I got like
You try to look like Billy Joel?
right, yeah,
No, Billy Idol.
Billy Idol, yeah, one of the Billies, yeah. And it just I went to and I got the just for men the hair coloring, and then I only had my hair dyed once, and I ain't doing that again. It just wasn't me. And the Nimbus Maniac says, I married a Brit and I did wonders for turning my hair white. Yeah, I end up shaving my ears too, because I get hairs growing here now.
No, he means the hair that grows out of his ear.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the hair that grows on your ear.
No, I'm not
white.
worried about gray hairs. It's just comes with age. I'm not worried about it.
And living with me.
But we both of us don't look our age. We look younger than our age, so that's pretty good. I guess we don't stress about things we don't have no control over. I think a lot of people, myself, I'm always working on it, but stressing about things we have no control over is just one of the things that why we even stress about it, because you have no control over it. So, that's it. Oh, that's cool. So it looks like
see, this artwork here,
yeah.
That's my diamond art that I did.
Yeah, and there's the drawing that's way over here. That's a drawing I did back in 1991. I'm sure you guys have seen it. Detail on that's craziness. There we go. That's the picture I did back in 1991, and it's crazy detail. There you go. Let's go like that. Kind of see it with all the detail in that. Oop. There's a spider on it. Killed it. Well, maybe it isn't rains now. Anyway. So yeah, I did that in 91.
Oh, I used to dye my hair. I had my hair one time auburn, and another time I had blonde streaks going through it.
Top of my head grows like crazy.
A friend of mine went and said, "Why did you get blonde streaks?" It just emphasizes when you have your blonde moments.
But I'm not gonna ever shave this. No. I'll never shave that off. Even if I thinned up here a bit, I'm still losing a bit of weight, which is good.
Yeah, but you're losing in a healthy way.
Right. Yeah, I'm not starving myself, or when my stomach says I'm hungry, I eat. And then I don't eat that much. A lot of people eat more. They eat.
Mind you, you couldn't help it yesterday with the chicken a la orange and stuffing I made.
Oh, you're going with blonde, Becky Joe? Well, if that's the color you want to go with.
Yeah, I had my hair right to the point of being rusty red. Actually, that was kind of cool.
My hair is like a reddish brown, I guess.
More brown than red.
But when I was in my late teens, early 20s, it was really red, and then it started getting darker as I got older. But if I shave this off, it wouldn't look. I would. I would probably get ID'd again. But you know what? It's funny because I got ID'd when I was 40 years old.
So did I. Right
And
on my 40th birthday.
And I got ID'd on my 40th birthday. So we both got ID'd on her 40th birthday. And I'm 1 month older than she is. And I was upset about it. And I'm like kicking myself in the head. If I had a time machine to go back, I would have said, James, you're getting ID'd. That means that you look young. Be like, cool, here's my ID. And I'm like, mad
It
about
was
it.
funny when I got ID'd. My friend that was with me when I got ID'd said, they must have the lights really low in this place.
Yeah, some people, they got the Magnum PI mustache, or they just have it looks good on them, right? So, to shave my beard and mustache one time, and wife told me to grow it back.
Yeah, some of us like facial hair.
Yeah.
It tickles.
Family friendly.
Hey, I didn't say anything wrong. It does tickle. I didn't say where it tickles.
He didn't say where. We'll just go with the lips.
Well, it tickles there. It also tickles the nose.
Oh. Yeah, I got to keep trimming this because it grows like a big bush. Yeah, but anyway, even if I thinned up and I lost like 10, 15 pounds, I'm so used to it now. But it would be probably weird for you if I shaved it off now.
Yeah, what would tickle me?
Tickles so good, eh? Says Becky Joe. She's got to put it. She got to put in the EH, eh? I haven't said a boot anytime yet. A boot. You think all Canadians say a boot? No, we don't.
Only when we're saying that.
I say a once in a while. I catch myself when I say it. I say sorry. Like Canadians say sorry. Sorry.
It's fun looking like a long hair old hippie than a little old guy. Because people go, dude.
Yeah, I got a friend of mine, and he always texts. He goes, "Yo," he says, "What's up?" So I respond back. I say, "What's up?" And I'll say, "Yo." I'll come out and hang out with the homie. Oh, we got somebody down in the basement.
Literally, you're correct. I am in the basement.
How are you doing this evening?
I'm just chilling. Of course, being a Canadian, we're always chilling.
Chilling.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Except in the summer.
Yeah, the 2 weeks of it we get. Yes, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
For 2 weeks of summer, we're cooking.
And that's when we get our black flies, mosquitoes, and
yeah, if the black flies don't get you, the skeeters do at night.
Oh, and then of course later on we get yellow jackets out here. They're nasty.
I actually got into a yellow jacket hornet's nest, and I got stung. It was low to the ground, and it was on a little path at my parents' camp, and I didn't see it. And I went there that same night, and I got rid of it. It was pretty big, about the size of a basketball. Good size. Yeah.
Yep.
I've
set up many a trap for those buggers.
Yeah.
I make my own little traps. I go and get a can, put some juice in it, but there's also a little bit of beer or wine in it. Mm-hmm. They fall in that, get drunk, and then trip coming out of the can.
Oh, what a way to go, eh?
Yep. It works. They go after the sugar of the juice that's in there, and
yeah.
The alcohol kills them.
Same sort of thing I do. I purchase. There's two things. You can get the fake paper wasp nests, and that basically they won't go into your yard. So it's basically a deterrent. But then you've also got them where they're glass bottles, and they're in the shape of the nests, and they've got a hole in the bottom, and you put in a little bit of honey or something sweet inside, hang it, and they can't get out.
Yeah, I heard about that too. And then there's the poison that they can spray into the nest that kills them right away.
Mm-hmm.
There's that too.
Or you could just cheap out and get the Orkin man to come in and get rid of them all for you.
And you get money.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's why I go with the redneck version.
Yeah, of course.
Juice in the beer can and then let the poor things drown, or they come out stumbling out and they get stuck on the lip and fall in again.
Mm-hmm. So I had a good laugh the other day.
I had a blast.
Yeah, my newest grandson came over to visit, and he's now starting to know the difference between yes and no. So I started singing a bunch of Scout songs to him, and suddenly this 6-month-old kid's going, "What's wrong? Do you want me to sing?" I just realized, okay, I guess I keep my mouth shut, and he was happy. But I thought
Probably sore neck after a while, though.
Yeah, at his age. Mine's sore now.
Yeah, as we get older, we have the bump. You bump yourself somewhere, and then down the road, it kind of catches up to you. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember when I did that.
Yeah, every ache and pain I have is just a reminder of how much fun I had when I was younger.
Exactly.
Yep, exactly.
When you're going, when did I get that scar? Oh yeah, I was doing. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that.
But have you noticed that when you try to do stuff that you used to be able to do, your body kicks you in the derriere?
It goes, you
it's
think
like,
you can do
okay,
that?
you can't do that anymore. Brat.
And it was so fun the other time I did it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like when I was filling up a coffee pot, I have a pinched nerve in my back, and here I am holding the coffee pot while I got pain shooting down my spine. I'm like, oh, yeah, that hurts.
Mm-hmm. I would love to be able to go downhill skiing again, or not military parachuting, but sport parachuting. I would love to be able to do that. But thing is, the body won't let me anymore.
Yeah, and when you're landing too, when you after parachuting, that's going to be a lot of pressure shooting up your spine.
Well, depends.
Depends on how you land.
The round canopies, we called them CT1s or T10s. They're the big military round parachutes. You had to use risers that you had to pull to get direction, and you come down pretty fast, especially if you got kit that's hanging underneath you. But with the sport parachuting, and I'm not talking about the guys that are doing the free fall stuff, but just the ones that are learning, and they're jumping out of planes that have someone that's got a jump master in there, and you don't have to worry about pulling any ripcords or anything. But they 99% of the time they have square canopies, things like paracommanders and stuff. They don't have risers like we use. They have toggles. And literally, if you get the right wind conditions, you could actually touch toe landing with these things that light. Which is something I never experienced in the militaries, but usually you come down pretty hard. But yeah, none of this, hit the ground and tuck and roll and try to absorb the shock.
Yeah, I bungee jumped once, and that was at Canada's Wonderland. They had but that's not just myself. I think there were 3 or 2 of us going up. And then I couldn't look down. I just look at the horizon. And when you're going, wow.
See, I would have done stuff like that when I was younger, but no one hit me. The reality
the ground?
gravity takes over more than common sense sometimes.
God,
Yeah.
if I did bungee jumping now, all the fat in my belly would go into my head, and I would look like the freaking the Kool-Aid man,
Stay Puft.
for Pete's sake.
I'd be like the Stay Puft there, whatever from
Stay
Ghost
Puft
Bus.
Marshmallow Man, yeah.
Marshmallow Man.
No, all your gut go up into your chest.
Oh, my hair would stick straight up. I'd look like Tintin.
I do give you credit though. Do a bungee jumping. If I was younger, I might have done it, but no way would you.
I wouldn't do it now. This was probably 15 to 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And yeah,
See, I don't have.
I like to keep
fear
my
of
feet on the
heights.
ground right now.
I don't have a fear of heights.
You know what you would have liked?
Fallen from
I think you would have liked rappelling. Especially not like mountaineering is one thing, but if the rappelling out of a helicopter, that was fun. Absolute fun. First off, you're going feet first. You know, you get on the skid, you adopt an L position, and then you push off and don't use your brake hand until you pass the skid, unless you want to knock yourself out. But you go down and you just look over your shoulder, and you get complete control in your descent. It is a blast. We used to bet beer to see who'd hit the ground first. It was a lot of fun.
That's something I maybe if I had the opportunity to do it, I would do it. Because you only got one chance in life. Why not?
That's it.
Yeah. You're here and then you're gone. So if you get a chance to do it, then
oh yeah. In 2017, before the wonderful you know what hit, I went to Vegas with a buddy of mine who had a real fear of heights. And of course, he's like 20 years my junior, but I have a really dark sense of humor, which I relish very much. And knowing that, I made sure that I took him on the highest rides in the stratosphere, the Stratosphere Hotel. They have those ones that shoot out in the middle of nowhere, and we're talking really high. And he screamed like a little girl, which was I laughed my brains out. But the biggest thrill I had was taking him onto the Slotzilla in Fremont Street. And there you are. You actually got to go and do the slide down right in the middle of the road, all the way up about 150 feet. You're way up there doing the Superman flying down on this bloody zip line. And he screamed the whole way. I hardly even paid attention to everything that was going on because I was laughing so hard watching this guy. And I was wondering if anybody was going to get some yellow rain coming down.
oh, that's funny.
It was hysterical.
I could just picture that.
Was it like the Bee Gees but a higher pitch?
Pretty well. He almost, and they got music blaring too from the canopy, and he almost blotted that out. He just did like, I'm like, yes, let's do this.
I was like that a couple of times on roller coaster rides. There's some pretty.
I've only blacked out once on the roller coaster.
I didn't black out on the roller. I did the slingshot though, which the slingshot. How does that one work again?
That's the one where they sling you up in the air.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wicked. I've never been on that one, but I admire anybody that's been on it.
Yeah, it's a specialty ride. You have to pay for it in the theme park. I think it was like $28 just to go on that ride.
G-Force must have been unreal.
Oh, yeah.
They have a mini version at Marineland.
That's where you sit on the dolphin's tail and it slaps you across the water?
No, it's like the one that cartoons went on, only this is a shorter one. So for the people that would go, they could go on this one and it's not so far up in the air.
I chickened out. There's a ride at Canada's Wonderland called Leviathan. Is it Leviathan?
That was a wicked ride.
Yeah, but I'm like, macho guy. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna take that. I'm looking up and I'm seeing everybody. I'm like, yeah,
That's
maybe I won't.
that's the one that I passed out on.
Was that the one you passed out on?
Well, on the second corkscrew, yeah.
You know, I always wanted to go to Canada's Wonderland. Now I'm not much good. I don't think I could handle a teacup ride now.
No, it's so damn expensive for anything like that. Now you can't even take in bottled water. They confiscate a bottle of water off you before you get into the theme park. You
Seriously.
can't even. They confiscate even if you bring in a sandwich or food. And then they say no, and you're allowed to bring in your medications, obviously, but their burgers there are probably like $15-20, and everything is just a big ripoff in there. You even have to pay a ridiculous amount of money. A bottle of water. How much is water at Canada's Wonderland?
I don't know.
No, and it's like when I went there, they had the Tim Hortons though, but their prices were obviously the same.
Well, in Hanna-Barbera Land,
Yeah,
they had a McDonald's.
but the prices were just insanity.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, they have this sign where no food or drink are allowed into the park.
No outside food or drink.
Yeah. It's just a money grab right now.
That's sad to hear. That's
why I like Santa's Village in Bracebridge. You could bring your picnic in with you. And you could sit somewhere and have a picnic lunch with kids or grandkids, and they could go on most of the rides. And the nice thing is, older people could go on their rides.
Yeah. I just found the last time I was at Canada's Wonderland, when everything was getting the way it is, it's got probably even more expensive now. It just took the fun out of it. You know, It's like I was there and I'm like, yeah, this isn't really for me. And I just, when things get to be like that, where you can't even bring in a bottle of water, like they wouldn't let you even bring that in.
You know, this year, when the amusement park comes to the Southridge Mall,
yeah,
you're coming with me and Cat Girl.
Yeah, I don't mind.
That way you can go on rides I can't. A lot of those rides I can't go on because the belt won't go across my belly.
I'm going on the teacup. I might pass out.
Oh boy.
I'm just joking.
No, she likes going on the Scrambler.
Oh, which one's that one?
Scrambler, it's the one that sends you winging out and in circles, swinging out with loud music blasting in your ear.
Oh, I like the Scrambler at Denny's.
Yeah, that's the type of Scrambler.
With bacon and eggs. That's yes.
Bacon, always got to be bacon.
Always got to be bacon.
Always got to be bacon.
Yeah, I tried to go on some of the rides with my daughter, and I couldn't do up the bar. And it's like, well,
that's so embarrassing. I had that happen to me in West Ed. They kept, sorry, sir, but it won't fit. And bloody heck.
Because I wanted to go on the Scrambler too. I like getting whipped around with music blasting at me.
What's the one with the ship and it goes right upside down?
Oh, the Galleon.
Yeah.
I was watching that. I got seasick. My joke was,
they had one here at West Ed that went all the way around. All the way.
That was the one I was watching. I went to West Edmonton Mall one time.
Yeah.
And I watched that ride and I went, okay, there goes my stomach.
Yeah, it's gone now. They've gotten rid of a lot of even the mind bender's gone.
They had a little shooting gallery there. I used to like that shooting gallery.
Oh, I gotta stretch.
Yeah, my son was about 3 years old, and we let him do the shooting in the shooting gallery. He loved that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they still got some pretty cool things in West Ed. I like the Wild West myself, where you can actually fire real weapons. Sit down, you don't have to worry about any licensing or any issues with the Canadian government and their bloody right. Just go and shoot something, then walk away.
I think it was in Barrie, and there was a guy that he got charged for like he had a licensed gun. He had everything by the book. And so somebody broke into the house and I don't know if there was a weapon involved, but he had shot, and I think he killed the perpetrator, and then he got charged. So you're protecting your own house,
Yeah.
and a licensed weapon and everything by the books, yet because you're protecting your life, then you get charged,
Okay, that's a problem we have here in Canada. They don't have in the States.
Right.
They have the castle law there. They can protect their homes.
Right.
Here, if you can use equal violence against them, as long as it's not more than what they have. If they were to come to your door with a shotgun and you had a shotgun, you could defend your home. But if they came with a knife in their hands and you used a shotgun and killed them, you would be charged with murder. That's Canada for you.
Yeah.
It's terrible the way they've done it, where people can't defend their own homes.
I know. It's
You make the body disappear.
everything's backwards. Right?
It is backwards, really.
Yeah, treat the people addicted to things like the opioids by giving them free opioids.
Mm-hmm.
Yet they'll tell people who are addicted to food, "Oh no, you got to eat better. You got to eat better."
But there's all
Look,
yeah.
Give me junk food. I don't mind having a whole bunch of junk food given to me for free.
Yeah, the opioid crisis and all these free clinics and stuff, they've seen 24,000 more people have died last year than the year before, because they are making these drugs accessible to them. Yeah. And it doesn't matter whether it's clean or not, they're going to kill themselves.
Yeah.
They need help. They, get proper help for them, get them off the bloody drugs. I know it's not easy, but it's better than feeding them the damn stuff. And you look at the streets in Vancouver, I wouldn't want to live in Vancouver. Their streets downtown are littered with people who are homeless and drug addicted and violent. It's horrific.
Yeah, and I was
me and my daughter just today, we were downtown Sudbury, and we had to walk through a bunch that were like this, laying up their pipe, their crack pipes.
Their crack pipes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, holy shit.
Yeah. Our country is in a bad state right now. I think we can all admit that. But at the same rate, the sad part about it is, even if we get a new government in, it's going to take generations to clean it up. It is in such a bad state. And then what do they say? Oh, wow, you said you were going to clean it up if you got in power. Yeah, but we can't do it overnight. You just can't. It's a mess.
Well, I keep putting into our local paper, like, stop having the safe injection site. Stop training the addicts with the free drugs.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. And unfortunately, we have to wait until our next election.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
we want to get on board ship and go away.
Today or yesterday, there was these new things where they're trying, the Canadian government and Trudeau's trying to make euthanasia more accessible, and he's trying to push euthanasia on those that are depression and dealing with mental illness. And well, if you're taking away all the programs and all the tools to help with your mental illness, so the government's taking them away and you're left depressed, oh, that's okay, we're going to try and come up with new tools to make euthanasia more acceptable. Or, it's messed up. It's the other way around.
Yeah, actually, you're touching on something I know a fair amount on, because I'm a facilitator of Pure Health for an operational stress injury support group. And so I was trained by the government to assist veterans, primarily veterans and first responders, to deal with OSIs, whether it be PTSD or worse. And the real issue with people that are trying to deal with these issues, first off, they're not going to go away. When you have PTSD, it's for life. There's just no getting rid of it. You have to learn how to live with it, and you need to know what resources are available. Well, one of the number one problems with the Canadian government, with Veteran Affairs especially, is they do not volunteer information to assist you. It's there, and if you know about it, you can ask. But if you don't know about it, they're hoping you won't, because it's going to cost the government money. So they won't do it. That's why so many organizations like the Veterans Association, Food Bank, Royal Canadian Legion, all the different regimental associations, they've all gathered together and developed. I call it a helping wheel, where you've got the hub of all the people that know where you can get the help, and those spokes go out to all the different agencies that you can direct the person who needs the help to. So we're always on the lookout for individuals who need that kind of help, and we can direct them to get the professional help. Veteran Affairs, number one thing they do, they will deny you services, deny you pensions, and anything they can, a minimum of 3 times. Because what they'll do is, each time that they deny you, they're hoping the person's going to walk away and not try again. So what you've got to do is say, no, I'm going to go again. And you reapply again. And then they deny you again. Then you apply again. And normally by the 3rd time, they will actually go ahead and get you the benefits or services that you need. But they're hoping that you're going to pull out of it so you don't cost the government any money. That's the biggest issue we have with the services we have for our veterans and first responders. And I'm sure the United States is along the same track.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is pretty bad that we treat our veterans and our first responders like what they did was nothing. Anybody could do it. When in actual fact, no, that takes a lot out of a person.
Yeah, it does. It does. And yes, I see Dagger Card says he's dealing with Vets Affairs now, and he's getting the help from the Legion as well. The Legion service officers, a lot of them are incredibly good. Again, the Legion service officers work on your behalf to deal with Veteran Affairs, to make sure you get a fair shake and you've covered all, crossed all the T's, dotted all the I's. You've got to do that. So that's an important thing.
A lot of the Legion officers were in the military themselves, or they were families of military personnel.
Yeah. The modern Legion, especially when we went through the transition with the newer forces, had some difficulties getting members into it. So they loosened up their membership requirements. And they got a lot of people who were civilians who had nothing to do with the military, didn't have any family members or anything, but they were willing to get involved and help out. But they don't have the background knowledge that someone that has served. And because of that, the younger vets, they're coming and they're going, I really don't want to get involved in the Legion because there's too many civilians in there, and it's not a veterans organization anymore. Well, I'm sorry. The only way that it will revert back to a wholly veterans organization is if you get involved. Otherwise, there'll be people who will be stepping in and filling those slots that don't have the background. Well, that's a shame, because that's what the Legion is for. Legion is for the veterans and their families. And we have to encourage the newer generation to get involved. The other thing with the Legion is that in the old days, before we had all the OSI clinics and whatnot to assist people with PTSD, back in the old days, it was shell shock. It was, called a whole bunch of different things. They would go to the Legion, get drunk, and hang out with their buddies, and they would not resolve their issues. And that's why the Legion swelled its ranks, because that's where they hung out. They didn't fit in with regular civilian organizations. That's changed. The modern soldier isn't the heavy drinker, heavy smoker anymore. They're more health conscious, and they have a huge amount of organizations like OSIS that are out there to assist them to get through their post-traumatic stress disorder. So the Legion's got to change their modus operandi, if you want to call that. They can still have darts and they have billiards and all that wonderful stuff, and even a bar. Food's got to improve. They should have a place that has a little computer area so that they can do job search, or even to play some video games on, just to get it, get them modernized a little bit. Have a little gymnasium for them to work out in, like a YMCA. Make it more so that the young soldiers feel comfortable and they don't have to worry about, just getting drunk, because that's not what they want. They don't want to be drinking and smoking and that sort of thing anymore. It's great for the parties and whatnot, but they need more in the Legion to keep them in it. So I'm hoping, I'm still a Legion member, of course. I'm hoping that eventually that mindset will sink into the executive and they will start improving the Legion for the young soldiers and the new mindset, which is not like we had in the Cold War and the Korean and the World War II and one.
Like it even happened that so some of the soldiers start coming back to do crafts to calm down and.
Oh my God, yeah. Oh, absolutely. And even now we've started. We have guitars for vets. They will provide you with a guitar in 10 lessons. We have Operation Vet Build. They will provide you with a model of your choice. They'll bring out, these all models were all donated, model cars or tanks or whatever they have, ships. And they will say, okay, pick what you want. Go down there. All the tools are laid on the table. Guy walks around, check and make sure that you know what you're doing, gives you instruction, and gets you started on building models. And that's all provided. Operation Vet Build. Fantastic program that they have.
Beautiful.
They have started doing things that was needed before, and now I'm glad to say that it's starting to get kickstarted.
Yeah, I've been thinking of us joining the Royal Canadian Legion because of my son being in the forces.
Why not?
We could be there to support him when he's done.
Yeah, and it's just up the road. It's not even really, well, I mean, you'd have to sort of short little taxi ride. It's not really even that far.
They if you get involved with the Legion, they have meat draws, they have dances, they have, or my wife calls them twang music because a lot of it out here is country western. You have dart leagues, you have pool tournaments, you have cribbage, you have I think they have is it gin rummy? Yeah, gin, something along that lines. They got all kinds of different things that you can do besides just going there and drinking. It's got activities. And me, I love playing crib. So once every Tuesday night, I run over there and play cribbage for 3 hours and whatnot. It costs me $5 to play. And if you place first, second, or third, you win a few bucks. Not a lot, but it's a lot of fun. Yeah,
I was thinking of joining it and then starting up like a craft program.
They're doing that too. They're doing painting. They actually, I think it's $40, and that includes your all the paints you need and even the easel and the board that you need. Everything's supplied for $40.
Yeah, stuff like crocheting, knitting, painting, even playing with clay. Because some people just like getting dirty. Like you got a clump of clay and you can stick your fingers in it, mold it around, and
yeah, that you just reminded me of the time that I fell off that cliff, 100 feet straight down. Fortunate for me, it was a swampy area with a lot of gas bubbling up and very clay filled, and I hit it head first. So just my feet were sticking out, and I was struggled, and I didn't make it. I ended up dying. Well, you don't expect me to win a fight against gaseous clay, do you?
I get it.
I knew you were going with a joke with that one.
Yeah,
I got a sad joke. I'm working on it though, but Americans will believe anything us Canadians say, right? So you just go to some Americans. You hear about Canada? We're building our own border wall, but it's made completely out of snow and maple syrup. So when it melts away, the illegal migrants could just walk right in. Come on.
But we can track them with maple syrup tracks.
Oh yeah, we could do that. I could.
Yeah. My oh my oh my. Gosh, I'm actually winded. What else do I have? I don't know. Just sitting here pondering all this. I'm starting to get ready for taxes. You know, our favorite time of year.
Dude, I forgot I got finished doing those up.
Oh yeah, we got that to do.
Well, you know, I took out a sole proprietorship when I did the Santa gig, and Tracy and we also do the fun dining in Alberta. So I decided, well, if I'm going to do all the travel and if I'm going to eat in all these restaurants, I might as well find a way to write it off, which I am. So this is the first time in many years I have to do business tax. And it includes mileage and gas and the space in the house and everything else. But, you know, I'll see if I actually save some money here.
Good luck on that one.
Yeah. Well, you know what? My Santa suit alone was over $1,000. That was my new one.
That's yeah. You didn't have to take the ambulance, but I think when the ambulance, you have to pay. What is it?
It's $45 a ride.
But when you do your taxes, don't you get reimbursed on that?
You can if you claim it in your medical.
Right.
I've always claimed it in my
That's
medical.
why I got to tell my buddy Sean he had to take the ambulance twice.
All I got to do is income tax. So, yes, he's got to give me those receipts.
Yeah, I'm going to have to mention it to him. I was just thinking,
I put that on my wife's, but her income is mine. So it's not going to make a heck of a lot difference just because she had an ambulance drive.
Yeah.
No, but you could claim it on her medical.
I know, but she's got no income.
Yeah, but you still claim it on hers?
Yeah.
And if you guys are filing as a joint
yeah, you that's right
they'll
too.
say that you're covering her medical costs. So what they do is they take it and say, okay, here you go. You put this much in, and then you could.
I'll look into that because I do know we do a joint thing each year.
Yeah, by doing that, because her income is whatever you make.
Mm-hmm.
So you're covering all her medical expenses that she needs. You're covering her food and living expenses. So it will be coming out of what you had to pay to the government. They'll say, oh, okay, you covered this. You covered that. Okay, you get more for your trillium.
Yeah.
You know what I wish I could cover? The cost of her hair. Women's hairdressers cost a fortune.
Yeah, but that's a luxury.
Yeah, it's some luxury, eh? Guys, we spend what, 30, maybe $30. I get $35 to get my beard done and my hair.
I go to the hairdressing school down here in Sudbury, and I think it's $11 for a haircut.
Yeah,
there you go, guys.
And it doesn't matter if you're male or female.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Tracy goes in there; it's $135, $140 easy every time.
She should try going to the local hairdressing school and have them see to her hair.
No.
I couldn't get her to go to one of those. No way.
Because I find they're really good because they got a teacher that teaches the students, okay, you do it this way. This is how you do this haircut.
Yeah.
And you don't get someone going, I know how to do it.
Yeah. My luck is they mess it up just like when Tracy was going, she went to aesthetics school. So she learned, manicures, pedicures, facials, all the galvanic, all that stuff. And I was always brought in as her guinea pig. And if it's anything as bad as what that frickin' was, that was a nightmare. I mean, she put my feet in hot wax, but forgot to have me pull them out. I had the reddest feet you possibly imagine. Same with the galvanic machine. It ended up, I had red patches on my stomach where this bloody electro bloody thing fried me. Oh yeah, no. Nightmare City when I think of schools.
Yeah, you're taking a chance, right? You don't
Yeah,
know.
you are. I'll send her. She's 2 minutes away from her hairdresser. Yeah, it's expensive, but I'm just trying to cheap out and find a way to getting it cheaper. That's all. Other than the school.
I learned how to cut hair from an actual barber.
Well,
He used to cut my dad's hair, and well, he cut my brother's hair too. And
she is a good hairdresser.
He said, "Know what? I'll teach you how to cut hair." And he was showing me how to cut my dad's hair even.
Oh, awesome.
And after that, my dad went and got me a clipper set, and I became his hairdresser. And then his barber had passed away after he went in and showed him how good I did. His barber passed away, and he wasn't too worried because he knew I could cut his hair for him.
Mm-hmm.
My brother, he will not let me touch his hair.
I'm addressing Trevor the detector. I gave up haircuts when I turned 71. Well, you know what? I give up haircuts in June. Come June, I don't touch my beard and I don't touch my hair. And by the time November comes around, I'm ratty enough to work my 6-week gig. And then I get my haircut 1st of January so fast it makes my head spin.
Well, yeah, it takes time to grow a Santa beard and hair.
Oh, it does. It does. Yeah.
I know, because my dad would grow a Santa beard and he would sport that for the longest time, and then he'd go, "My chin is itchy. I need a cut."
He could have actually been Santa Claus.
No,
Hector,
he didn't like the idea of kids pissing on his lap.
Yeah, true. But he could.
Oh, I only had one of them this year, and it was the worst one I've ever had. I told you about that, didn't I?
Yeah, I think so. It was pretty stanky from what
I heard. It was pretty bad. Oh man! So this the first year since in 11 years, I got one that was absolutely nasty, and that's not counting the one that farted on me. That was the kid that was piss and crap and dripping, and I'm still having flashbacks of that thing. Woman, take your child away, clean it up.
I got a cat coming back to see me.
Yeah, it was funny. I used to take my kids to see Santa every year, and the first stop before seeing Santa was the washroom.
Oh yeah,
I'm sit in that washroom for a half hour to make sure they went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And they didn't drink or eat anything till they seen Santa.
Yeah, I'm contemplating.
Okay, let's go eat.
this because of what I went through, I was 2 different outfits I was working with. I don't want to be working 7 days a week anymore. That 42 straight days was just too much. So I'm contemplating giving up my West Edmonton Mall gig, which is a great gig. I mean, it's like biggest mall in North America. It's nice to be able to work there, but Cabela's treated me so well. And the fact you got decent breaks and you had lots of helpers and the whole overall environment was so much nicer, even though you're making a few extra dollars less.
Yeah, but you also, with Cabela's, it's the fathers bringing in their kids.
Oh,
so on the best behavior, because that's going to
completely different. And the stuff they ask for, nothing like what you get at West Edmonton Mall. Nothing at all. What do you want for Christmas? I want some camouflage outfits here. I'd like a duck blind. I want a new rifle. I'm like, holy cow! Okay, this is different. Just give me some of that Cabela's fudge. I'd be happy with that. Okay, if you share it with me, you can have some. Yeah, it was a different environment.
It's different when it's dad brings them to see Santa compared to mom bringing them to see Santa.
Yeah.
Santa, it's like
it's not just difference between mom and dad. It's also culture. And I will be honest with you, depending on whatever you were raised in, whatever culture you're raised in, the worst ones I have were, and I hate to say it, a lot of the Orientals. They were absolutely horrific with their kids. Very, very demanding. Everything had to be specifically done with them. These kids were screaming their brains out, and then they get whacked and freaking put in a spot, and child didn't want to sit on your turn. They literally turn into planks and slide off your lap because they don't want to be there. And the parents go right ballistic. I'm like, you know what? It's stop tormenting your poor kids. You know, there are ways of getting around it where you don't have to traumatize them to the point where it's an experience they'll never want to do again. I even gave up my seat and allowed the mom and the children to sit in the chair, and I just tucked myself in behind just so the kids feel safe. You know, there's ways of doing it. So yeah, different cultures. I also different issues, whether it be medical or physical. I've seen just about everything, and some of them are wonderful. I had one of the most beautiful experiences I ever had was with an autistic boy. And that little boy, typically, of course, his attention span wasn't very good, but he loved this certain Christmas book. So they brought it out, and he sat on my lap. I opened up the book and I read it to him, and they took the pictures of me reading him the Christmas book. And it was absolutely magical. The child loved it. The pictures turned out some of the best I've ever seen. That's and beautiful. Of course, the parents are happy too. So that's the sort of thing that warms my heart to be able to do stuff like that.
Yeah, I took my kids to Santa's Village here in Bracebridge. And most kids, when they're a 13-year-old boy, they don't want to have a picture taken with Santa anymore. They're too mature for that. Well, I told my son, no, your sister needs you there because she'll get scared of Santa. So you gotta stand there with her. So my son's standing there like he's proud to be protecting his sister. And best picture I had come out because Santa had his arm around both my son and my daughter. And my son had this great big grin on his face. My daughter had a great big grin on her face and a blue tongue. And perfect picture.
Awesome.
You want to sit here?
No. I'm okay in the rocking chair.
Okay.
I've got my butt squished. It's perfect. I went like this and squished my butt into the cushion perfectly.
Yeah, young adults, you treat them as young adults, not as little children. And I too have had a lot of fun with them. Where instead of them sitting next to me or whatever, I stand up and say, "Hey, I know you guys are doing this. This is your yearly thing." It says, "Let's have some fun with it." So I'll get them on either side of me while we're standing and make some funny faces or whatever, and thumbs up, and just for them to be treated as adults. They know it's for fun instead of being forced to do something that they feel foolish with.
You must get kids that are so shy. They're like, it's like
yeah, tons of them.
They cry because they
the best ones I get, and I get the biggest kick out of it because every parent tells me what they were like before they came up to the chair. They're outside. They're going, "We're going to see Santa. We're going to go in there. We're going to have fun." I've been memorizing all kinds of things, what to say and whatnot. The kid gets, it's like there's an invisible line. He hits that line. The kid realizes this is for real, and they stop. And you cannot get those children to get any closer. There's the parents nudging them, and they're running in behind them, and all this. Yeah. I don't understand this.
Or the kid has like cinder blocks on their feet, and you're like, "How the hell did you gain 50 pounds, kid?"
Oh, it's so funny. So I think I've seen just about everything. It's a fun time, but after you do 6 weeks where you have to maintain a smile the whole time, your cheeks are so sore. You just want to frown for a while. Just, yeah, that feels good.
You can rest them for a bit.
Yeah.
My favorite Santa picture was one my mom had put me on Santa's lap, and I was given a look like, who the hell are you? Why did my mom put me on your lap?
Take care, Trevor.
Take care, Trevor. Thanks for dropping by. And see you next time.
And know who we haven't said hi to yet?
I know Tupac's here corning around.
Yeah, and
Bull Lion.
BH Ringer and
Oh,
Bull Lion.
I know. I'm trying. I don't want my eye to check. I want to check out the chat, but then I want to keep in the conversation too.
Yeah, some of the pictures my mom had of me and my brother with Santa. Oh my God, they were funny. Another one, I'm giving my mom the look like, why did you put me here?
I get a kick out of the old time Santa pictures where you can tell they're fake beards and they're so badly done, and the costumes are so tacky, and you're like, how did these guys even get paid to do this? Like, really, really bad ones.
Or the Santa that have their eyes going two different directions.
Oh yeah.
Cheesy beard that you could tell is you can pull it like this.
You can see the strings that's holding the beard down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the very worst ones I've seen weren't even the art. It's the ones that have full beards, but they're not white. So they use different types of paste and stuff and put it on it. And you can tell, it looks like they've got goop all through that's been brushed through their beard.
Yeah, it's like, ew, no.
Like, okay, yeah, you're not good. Yeah.
Yeah, there was one guy I got my kids a picture with. Oh my God, you would think he was Santa Claus. He had this nice puffy white beard that came down to here.
Yeah.
And it was all nice and Christmassy white. It was sparkling, and hair that was long and white and sparkling. And oh my God, he laughed, and my daughter was bouncing off of his belly.
I actually was just given a picture. Family just down the road here gave me a copy. They went to visit me. I didn't even realize it was them. And they dropped off a Christmas card with a picture of me and the whole family visiting.
That's beautiful.
Now that's a Santa picture.
That's a perfect picture. Perfect.
See? So that was a lot of fun. And actually to have neighbors show up, go, yeah, we went to visit you. My son was downtown doing a job. He works with some sort of I don't know what you call them. They're a truck that sucks guck out of pipes and whatever. And he says, yeah, I was in this one home, and there's a picture sitting there with Santa, and it happened to be you. Really? Well, considering I did 18,400 settings this past Christmas, my picture's probably everywhere. So, yeah. I didn't even get half as many videos. I think I only did maybe 12 videos this year compared to previous. So YouTube was kind of quiet, but I was so busy. So I'm looking forward to getting into the coins again, getting back involved and getting people encouraged to collect.
I just got a coin in the mail today. I can show you.
Sure.
I was showing everybody in the live stream. This is the one
at the beginning of the stream.
At the beginning of the live stream. It was from an auction win. I don't know if you could see it. I get to the plastic. I guess you could see some of it. Hold on a minute. I'll probably take it out a little bit. I'm just gonna be careful not to touch it.
Oh, it's okay if you touch the edge.
No, I just touch the edge. Yeah. It's a Michelangelo coin. And there's the front of it, if you can see that. different.
Oh, okay. Is that silver?
Yeah, that's silver. And this is the front of it.
I've not seen that one. That's very cool.
It's from a series of 60 coins called the Genius of Michelangelo, and it's showing different scenes and all that from fresco or paintings that he's done. So Gregory Freeman and I were both bidding on this one, and I outbidded him by the millisecond. And so I ended up with this one, and the other one, Gregory Freeman got that one. So I just got this in the mail today. So I did a mail call from the beginning of the stream on that.
Oh, very cool.
That coin here, just this coin alone, to be mailed here in Sudbury, Ontario, two-pack was right. It was $17 American just to ship this
Whoa,
coin.
Holy cow.
That's nuts.
That is nuts.
He told me that, I was like, no friggin' way. $17 American from where two-packs living to here. That's just insanity.
I kind of cheat
from California.
I do cheat a little bit when it comes to shipping, because if it's under an ounce and if it's not a valuable coin, if it's under an ounce, I just tape that thing to a postcard or whatever, and I mail it out as standard letters, not declaring anything. And
two-pack told me afterwards he kind of like kicked himself. He should have done that, because all the other times that I've won on, say, a duck race or a random pick or whatever, he's done that where he just tapes it inside a thank you envelope or whatever. And that's what he should have done there, but he didn't. And then it got charged $17.
Yeah, once you go over a certain weight, also it's they'll ding you. You have to declare it. But
that's a lot of money just to spend that. I mean,
it's ridiculous.
Just slightly over what is it? It's just slightly over an ounce of silver.
Yeah, it could fit in a card easily.
Yeah, that could have easily hit in a card. You know.
Yeah, what can I say?
To get it. It's different. It's not your regular silver rounds.
Oh, you know? That's where I put my crocheting over on the hat.
Plus, I'm an artist and I like art. So like Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. No, I enjoy art as well. It's most of my stuff is military themed, but there are certain things I have in here that are special to me. That individuals I've met that were native Canadian artists that have done up some beautiful pieces for me. I still don't know where I'm going to put it because I've filled up all my walls. It's actually, I can see the same thing with yours in the background. We Canadians are lucky. I talk to people, Dale from Coin World UK. He cannot put anything on his walls. They're not allowed to put any picture hanging on their wall. Can you imagine that? Living in a place for 5, 6, 7, 10 years and not have any pictures up?
That's just dumb.
That's the way they do it.
The rental agreements.
Yeah.
Well, that was the rental agreement, but I filled the holes with the drywall putty.
Yeah, a worst case scenario with us, we also got those 3M sticker deals, the hooks.
Yeah.
As long as it's not too heavy. But my walls are full. I just have no place to put any more of the ones I'd like to have.
There's one of the really good artists down here in Sudbury, Ontario. His name is let me see, Gordon Drysdale, and his artwork is amazing.
He does a lot of wildlife pictures,
but everything is perfect to scale.
You would think it was a photograph, and it's actually a painting. That's how good this guy's art is.
Oh, I love, I'm envious of people who can do that. I mean, I do simple artwork, but when I see these ones that can get detail where it looks like you've taken a photograph of a person, that blows me away. Landscapes, same thing. I can do simple landscapes, but when I see landscapes that look like, they've come off of I've just lost Bob Ross's show.
Yeah. Like every little blade of grass, and every little, like the vine in a leaf, and everything just looks like a perfect photograph. You can't tell the difference between an actual painting and then the photo. It's just amazing.
Yeah, that impresses me.
Yeah, me too. Big time, me too. It's like when I paint with acrylics and all that, I prefer like abstract art where I never really try to paint realism. I kind of like
I go semi-realism.
Yeah.
I do
or impressionism. I don't mind.
My scenic part I do realistically, and then I go and put a silhouette in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Like a moose. It's supposed to be a dog, but it became a moose.
Yeah, I used to work with chalk a lot when I was in the Middle East, and I took up chalk drawings, and I don't mean the ones on sidewalks either, folks. I'm talking, doing actual paintings of using chalk, and they had so many opportunities over there of these beautiful sunsets where you saw palm trees and these ancient buildings and all kinds of wonderful things, and I come up with some really beautiful pieces. None of which have survived my trip back to Canada, by the way, but I did enjoy it while I was there, and that's a great hobby. I think getting into drawing or painting and stuff, even if you're just a rookie, get into it. That is a wonderful thing to get into.
Yeah, I've actually, with the way I've been drawing for many years, I've come up with new techniques of creating the illusion of background, foreground kind of thing. How with a pencil and just using the side of it, and how you can kind of make it look like gradation, I guess, kind of like
shading.
Shading, yeah. It's just different techniques of cross hatching, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like to do a couple more videos of how I've come about, like when I starting with a cartoon cat or starting with the eyes. I'm going to start doing more videos showing how I draw,
Mm-hmm. Well, I can't wait to show you these six comic books that are coming in. I'm just on pins and needles with this because it's a series that was done in 2015 about the United States conquering Canada. And Canadians became essentially what's the right word for it? Partisans, and they're fighting the Americans to try to get their country back. And it is absolutely the most. I fell into it like hook, line, and sinker, seeing where these artists and where these writers have dreamt up these crazy ideas, and to see just how far they would take it. So I've got the first book, but it's in hard cover. So now I've got the 6 that are soft cover. I'm going to go and I'm going if they're in plastic sleeves, I don't care. I'm reading them.
Well, that's what comic books are meant for.
Oh my God. I got so many of my buddies. I got some here that I would love to open up, like the ones from the Shadow. The Shadow knows. Anyway, I would love to get into them, but heaven forbid if I opened up the bloody package, because they've already been checked and they're certified, and I don't like just collecting comic books just to look at the covers.
That was my friend Nigel. We're probably going to head out there in a little bit, but yeah, I can't wait to get back into the drawing and showing how I come up with different techniques and cartoon signatures where you can just draw somebody's name and then create a cartoon from the loops and lines of somebody's name. Is kind of cool.
You mean from someone that can still write? Not printing, proper cursive.
Well, I can do proper printing and writing, and a lot of people don't know how to do that today. They just know how to text.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that sad?
Yeah.
Well, they don't even teach it in schools anymore.
No, well,
Well, they took it out of the curriculum, right? So
cursive's gone, and so is the math that we learned. I can't even help my grandkids. It's completely different.
yeah.
I had to have my daughter showing me how to do the math.
It's too much work.
Why? Just use the calculator. You do it anyways.
even that, the old way was easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what it is they've done it so that the math is done like it would be done in a calculator. That's the only way I can describe it. It's like, that's not the way we were taught. That's okay. That's maybe if you were a machine and you had to figure it out, that's the way you would do it. But yeah.
Well, my son, he had to do long division. And he said, okay, that's that. Okay, that's that. And I said, that's not long division. Put down your damn calculator. Grab your timetable I made for you, which was the one number going across, the other numbers going down, and he had to fill it all in first. He had to, I told him, have that value, and you do the long division, you go this over here, this over here, this over here, and you bring it down and bring it down. He went, holy shit, I need a whole page just to do some of these questions, Mom.
See,
yeah.
I would love to go into a grocery store with an abacus and get in front of the grocery clerk, and as they're ringing things through, I'm using the abacus to figure it out and blowing their minds. I mean, that would be so much fun, just to torture them. Sorry, like I say, I got a black sense of humor.
I love it.
Oh, I had a small abacus about this big. I taught my kids how to use it.
Yeah, or bring out a slide rule. That really blows their mind too.
Well, I had a piece of string. I taught my kids how to use the knots to do their times tables.
Yeah. That's too
My
good.
daughter still gets confused with the times tables. She just goes, I'll use my phone.
Yeah. Well, you do know what the definition of confusion is, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay, hold your hand like this. Okay, but while you can see it, hold your hand like this. Okay, put it on your chin. Is that your chin?
Oh.
Yeah. You're confused.
Yep.
Walk into something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's hook, line, and sinker.
Full speed.
Anyway, guys, I'm going to let you guys go because I'm sure you have things to do, and I'm going to sit back. I've been going through a Harry Potter marathon the last couple of days, so I'm just about finished. Probably about the 100th time I've watched it.
I like the last one.
Oh, well, Deathly Hallows really gets dark, but it's such a good series. Yeah. Fantastic Beasts are okay, except for number 3. I didn't like 3.
PH Ringer, I know what you mean. I used to use my toes too. That's why I don't like wearing socks. I need it for counting when I run out of fingers.
My son learned what they call Shishenbach, and he would be tapping away on the table, doing his adding and subtracting and everything. It's forget it. I learned a little bit of it when he was doing it, but don't ask me to try to explain it now. So anyway, I'm gonna go. It was fun chat with you guys again.
Yeah, it's always been a blast talking with you.
We get good giggles.
We get a good laugh every time. It's great. Thank you so much.
It's just so nice to talk to someone from Ontario.
Hey.
Hey. Good night, everybody.
Good night,
We'll talk to you later.
Good night, everybody. We're gonna be signing off. So if anybody's still in the chat, take care of yourself.
Also, go check out the video that Danielle Barnes did.
Mm-hmm.
And it's to help with the fundraiser that her and Bull Lion are doing to raise money for a little dog named Chica. Cute dog. And you got to see the video.
You got to see the video.
Really nicely
I
done.
think Bull Lion said they're trying to raise about $87 to try and
Well,
help out.
trying to raise as much as they
Yeah,
can to help with Chica getting medical attention.
Yeah.
And also to help on other costs too with Chica's care.
But yeah,
And so there's that. And on Wednesday, Coin and Around is having an auction to help the fur babies that are in California area.
in San Diego,
Well, San Diego area,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, like that's California area too.
Mm.
San Diego is in
I'm
California.
in Canada. My geography isn't the best, but I try.
Hey, we used to go to the States.
Oh,
You should
Cindy.
know.
Oh, you're here. You just got here, or we're just getting ready. Well, we could stick around for another 2-3 minutes if you just showed up now.
But yeah, everybody Coin and Around's having an auction on Wednesday. There will not be a duck race. There might be a EOS race. I'm not sure. But I know it's going to be an auction, so there won't be a duck race. But it will be to raise money. There's artwork that cartoons donated. There's crafts I've donated. And on top of it, there's
jewelry,
coins,
there's
stuff
coins,
like that.
stuff like that. I hadn't seen a lot of this stuff in a while, so but it's just fun seeing a charity and raising money towards a good cause. Like we intended for all this to go for Toys for Tots, but there was a conundrum thing there down in
A bunch of BS with customs.
Right. Long story short, so I mean, it all made its way. Nothing got stolen, and it's a new charity.
Also, we benefited because the person in charge at customs went and donated $1,000.
Yeah.
Right to the
that was the sorting division for
U.S. Customs. Yeah.
U.S. Customs. Yeah, they did.
But they donated directly to the Marine Corps in Missouri and sent them $1,000 right directly.
Yeah, that actually.
Which, oh my God, that's a bonus.
That actually teared us up when we first heard about that. It's just
even though I guilt them pretty much into it, it still made it, right. Like, oh my God, like they didn't have to give 1,000, but they did. Hello, Cindy.
Live stream. Oh, that was Nigel Frunkus or Nigel. He just texted me again.
Yeah, he's waiting for us to go over for a visit. So
yeah.
But yeah, everybody on Wednesday, this Wednesday, which is Valentine's Day, get you and your sweetheart or your significant other or your kids.
It's a great cause.
To watch it.
Helping out animal shelters in their area. Like none of the money raised is going to help out the animal shelters up here. We've already donated. We've already taken care of our side, but Stickman Outdoor Adventures, he's donated. I'm not sure. I think there's a couple other people who donated as well. And so it's not just me and my wife that's donated to this cause. There's other people that have donated as well to help out. And it's really cool how an event like this, I can't thank
the money
William and Tupac so much for all the work they've done to get this organized too. So
and the money that's being raised is going to be split between helping the animal shelter, and helping the homeless feed their pets.
So it's a beautiful thing the artwork I've drawn up and the crafts that Cooking has done, that we've got something that can help out charities, and
animals are dear to our heart. We always love trying to help out animals. Like me, I was a kid that always was bringing home strays and then rehoming them because I love animals so much that I can't see an animal suffer. So it's like, okay, do what I can, take it from someone who's abusing it and find it a home with someone who's going to treat it like it's their child. not treat it like it's possession.
Yeah, like our dreams down the road is to get, auctions of our artwork and crafts and help out other charities down the road. So eventually we'll do that. We might even do something like that this year. That's in the future. But
Well, I'm thinking before it gets too hot in the summer, to do that, to get things like cooling mats for the animal shelter, and maybe even get big bags of dog food and break it down into small packs to give out to our homeless around here and their animals, and just hand them a bag that has a bag of dog food with some treats, and or bag of cat food with cat treats. And
yeah, Tupac, he actually he donated $50 to for us to help out the what's it called there, animal shelter.
yeah,
Oh, we got somebody down below.
Cajun Coin Hunter. And I hear Nigel.
Yeah. Okay,
Well, how y'all doing tonight?
Yeah.
Good. I got to take a phone call here.
All right.
Yeah, we were just saying about how this auction that's going to be on Wednesday on Coin and Around will be helping raise money for the shelters, plus also for helping feed the homeless pets.
Right.
Well, help the homeless feed their pets. Because
okay.
one thing a lot of people don't realize is a lot of communities don't actually put money, like aren't supporting their animal shelters any more than just like, oh, well, you're in the budget for maybe $100 this year to pay for your employees. That's it. They don't pay for the food, the cost of medical treatments for the animals. A lot of that time, it's just donations from people. So,
the homeless pets, I call those like in the adopted shelter. To me, that's homeless pets.
Yeah, it's the ones the homeless people that have pets like a dog.
Yeah,
or a cat.
right. And there's a lot of people that love the animals. They ain't gonna get rid of them.
Yeah, they'll forego on food for themselves to feed their pet.
Right. Yep. I know a couple of them.
We got people like that here in Sudbury too. If their pet is pretty much their child, they'll forego having a bed themselves so their pet can have a bed.
We're going to a veterinarian these days is like a visit at your lawyer's office, and it's all money, money, money. It's expensive. Operations are in the thousands of dollars for certain animals. It's expensive.
Actually, down here where I'm at, in my neck of the woods, in my town, I'd rather go to the vet than my doctor or my dentist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the vets are so cheap down here,
And they got better bedside manners.
Oh, Cindy's asking if she can put something in the auction.
On the auction, you have to talk to Tupac or William.
Hey, Cindy. Hey, Miss Eunice.
Cindy wants to put. You'd have to get a hold of Tupac or William.
I just said that.
Well, I just
yeah.
Does Cartoons want a cracker?
I know that's a parrot over there.
Well, you just heard it. That's why I'm asking if you want a cracker.
We were at Rocky's Cajun restaurant down here, and me and Missy was selling watermelons, and we were right next door to the vet. Parked underneath the big live oak trees. Next door to the restaurant, there's a veterinarian. That's Ned's place. And this lady came out, and they were carrying their dog, and it had the horn. I think it had the horn on it. That one did. Anyway, I'm like, just had surgery, huh? Yeah, I had 3 teeth pulled. They put her to sleep and had 3 teeth pulled. I'm like, wow. And she said, yeah, it cost us I think it was $230. I'm like, I'm going to talk to him and see if he can put me to sleep and take some of mine out at that price. That's
Wait,
cheap.
Yeah, no kidding.
Tupac said that they're going to be helping the San Diego Humane Society. They've been a no-kill shelter since 2002. Awesome.
Awesome.
I
Hey,
like
Tupac.
I like helping the no-kill shelters because you know they're not euthanizing an animal just because it hasn't been adopted. My most favorite pet we ever had, I'm talking my before meeting you.
Oh,
Actually, before I
back in
even
the
got married.
black and white days.
Yeah. Anyways, we were me and my dad and my brother. We went to this one shelter first, and we were looking at the animals, and they had two sections for adopting the animals. They had the section of the animals that are ready to be adopted, and then they had this section for ones that were going to get euthanized that week. And I looked at the ones that were in the other section, and none of them were what I wanted. And I went into this section. They said, "Oh, well, these dogs are the ones we're going to be euthanizing. They had either been in a shelter all their life, or they have health issues, or social issues where they can't be around certain types of people." I said, "Okay, I'm going to look in that section then." Where I'm walking down this area, and I found this cutest coonhound lab mix. She was so sweet. She's sitting there with her paws like this on the mat, and she's not trying to grab at anybody. She's not barking, not going crazy. And I called my dad over and I said, "Hey, check this one out. She's nice and quiet. Perfect for being around the store. Like she's not trying to bark, not trying to grab at me." So my dad came over and he's like, well, my dad wasn't, he claimed he wasn't a dog person. He fell in love with that dog. Dog was good with my brother. And they said, my dad said, "Okay, you could come back in tomorrow with your mom and we'll look at the dog." So I brought my mom in the next day and they said, "Oh, well, that dog is on the list. She's spent her whole life. She was born in the shelter and she's just been here too long. We're going to be euthanizing her." And my mom said, "You know what? We'll take her." She lived with my mom for the longest time. Like, she went through separation anxiety when I moved out. The dog did. And she had health issues. Her kidneys shut down eventually. But she was the most gentlest dog you would have ever met. And she was the funniest dog. She would steal people's socks off their clotheslines. You know, those umbrella clothesline dryers? She'd go still jump, grab the socks, and go running, waving it like a flag, running around the community.
Hmm.
We would go, "Where did you get that sock?" "Okay, let's put on the fence. Whoever it belongs to will claim our sock." We had to pick a fence covered in socks because of this dog. People would go, "Hey, there's my sock." And there's my dog sitting there with her paws crossed on the doorstep of the store.
Really?
Or she'd be sitting there eating her Mr. Freezy that she'd have, or a popsicle she'd have. She'd be sitting there eating and holding her popsicle or Freezy and just looking at everybody like, "Oh, yeah, that's your sock. Smells like you. Yep, that's your sock." But she would, anytime I go and open the vehicle door, she was up in there as co-pilot sitting on the passenger seat. We'd pull up to a red light. or a stop sign, and she'd be looking out the window and start barking like something was passing us. And I'd tell her, there's no turtles passing us. And she would give me a look and then look back out like it's still going past us. I just would laugh. But her name was Sunshine. She made my mom even laugh. Because my mom would, on a cloudy day, my dog, my dog would get out. She'd be running all over the place. Well, my mom's got to call her back in before she gets hit by a bus or somebody driving too fast. She'd get out there and she'd be going like this, sunshine! And it's an overcast day. So everybody's thinking my mom's gone nuts. Meanwhile, she's trying to get the dog back into the store. We thought it was hilarious. You're standing waiting for a school bus, and here's your mom going, sunshine, sunshine. Darkest, cloudiest day possible. Funny, funny, funny dog. Or she'd get on her back line haunches, and she'd be hopping across the parking lot. And it's like, what is she doing? And then you look up on the power line, and here's this chipmunk running across the power line. She was following the chipmunk with her feet hopping. But she was my most favorite one that I got from a shelter. And she was smartest dog ever. And to think they were going to put her down. But our Emma rescued that's called Pet Safe. They took over for that shelter, and they will not euthanize an animal. It could lose its eye, 3 of its legs, and they still won't put it down. They'll see about getting a cart made for the animal so it could walk, or they get it so the animal is used to living in a shelter and being carried around. They had one cat named Falcon. He had no eyes. Both his eyes had to be removed.
Wow.
He would go like this. That was his symbol. He wanted you to hold him. And I would take him off the shelf. I put him against me, and he would climb around my back and wrap himself around the backside of my neck. And I would walk around the shelter doing the laundry up with this cat around my neck. And he loved it. I would hear him purring as I'm carrying him around on my neck. And I always, since then, have just loved animals and try to help them where I can. Take in strays. People would dump strays at the farm I used to live on. And I would find them homes.
That's a good thing about the farmers around here and the animal shelter. You know, the pound. Good night, Miss Eunice. The cats, after a while, if they won't euthanize, you know, over here. So after a while, if the cats that stayed there the longest, because what they do, they spay and neuter. And if nobody wants the cats, and then, you know, say there's like 5 cats that nobody wanted, and other ones were picked before those, you know, and this and that, and they still there. Other ones have gone, you know, to good families. The farmers that come around, or they'll bring them to the farmers' houses, and there's a lot of hay farmers and cattle farmers around here, and they'll bring them and they'll turn them loose at the barns, you know, on the farm. And there's plenty to eat around there. They do feed the cats, you know, naturally, but there's a lot of mice that the cats can play with, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
farmers are glad to have the cats there. You know, if one or two strays off, which usually they won't, you know, the males, they won't stray nowhere. They've been neutered. So they don't have that
Research
how do they
or
call
rotate.
that? The urge to go out hunting at night, you know, for and marking the territories and all that.
Yeah, I used to have people drop box loads of kittens at our farm, and it was like, really? And you could tell they were city folk because they drove real slow on those dirt roads because they would be
Yeah.
so soft with the gravel
Yeah,
that
the Schmandy Soin Gravi, the gravel
really
roads.
you'd see them coming down the road so slow because they didn't want to slide off the road. Yet you could tell which ones were the farmers. They're the ones going like a bat out of hell down these roads. Well, these people would drop off a box of kittens, and I'd go over, grab up the box, see how many kittens, and see how many are females, how many are males. One farmer, she only wanted female cats. The other farmer only wanted male cats. They both neutered the cats,
Yeah,
but
so it don't matter.
but the one she only wanted females, no males. The other farmer only wanted males, no females. So okay, I got 3 females. Call that lady and say, hey, got 3 female kittens. You want them? Call the other one, tell them I got a bunch of males. You want them? And they'll come over and pick up the kittens and take them back to their place at their farms. Well, it was on the main stretch, so of course I was the place to dump them. But
Mm.
I hate to do this, but we gotta get going. So a reminder to everybody. I'm sorry, Cajun. Like we were just getting ready to go off, anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a problem.
Everybody, check out Coin and Round on Wednesday. The auction will be helping the San Diego Humane Society that I know of, because that's what Tupac told me. Well, told us.
Yeah.
Just now, actually told us.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. I'm sure it's going to be a success. You know, it's going to be great.
But everybody also check out Danielle
For the
Barnes, a video she has made of this dog named Chica. They're doing her and Bold Lion are doing a fundraiser to help with the cost of Chica's medical care. And we're hoping that goes good too, because that poor dog needs help. So
Mm.
to everybody in the chat and to you, Cajun, it's been good talking to y'all. And we'll talk to you probably on Wednesday when we're on Going in Around.
All right. Well, it was good seeing everybody. And as always, love, peace, and crackling grease.
All the love.
That's it. All right. Catch y'all later. A Pluto.